So in today's episode of What's Wrong with the Men, I think I'm convinced we should stop calling it the male loneliness epidemic. Now, depending on your internet bubble, that's a highly divisive term, either being championed or much maligned, but I've always found it useful for describing the very real phenomena of declining male sociability and the awful health effects that loneliness has on somebody over the course of a lifetime. But Derek Thompson made the point earlier today in his really excellent article, The Monk in the Casino, that loneliness isn't actually the problem here. At its best, loneliness is a prompt that gets young men out of their basement and off their screens such that they socialize with each other, become active parts of their community, and potentially find partners. But today's young men, whether they're consumed by online gambling or video games or adult material on the internet, aren't so much experiencing loneliness as they are, and these are Thompson's words, on a neurochemical roller coaster ride so arousing that they forget other people exist to be missed. What he means here and goes on to describe is that the actual crisis is an absence of loneliness. The dopamine hits we get from all of these kind of hollow pieces of entertainment are substituting that part of our brain that would otherwise tell us, hey, we need to get off the couch, we need to get out of the basement and go do something with people. And of course, the tragedy is while those dopamine hits might fool the brain, none of those activities that we're talking about actually take the place of the deep connection you get from going out and being part of a relationship to others in the world or part of your community. Anyways, I thought this was a really excellent reframe of what the actual problem is, so I wanted to share it out with you.